all, you must check out for symbols. Symbols like percentage, dollar sign, British pounds, or other currencies like ringgit Malaysia. Let's say the question says, please pay a subscription of dollar sign by next week, and the audio tells you $20. You have to read and check whether there is already a symbol of dollar in the question. If it already has, then you just need to write 20. So here I've actually mentioned what is the wrong way of doing it, which is $20 when there's already a dollar sign here. This is redundant and is definitely incorrect. So the correct way of writing it is, please pay a subscription of dollar sign 20 by next week. If we were to look at example number 2, let's say the question says around 25% of the students were absent, and the audio says 35%. You have to make sure whether the question has already given you a percentage sign. Here there is already a percentage sign, so if you write 35% with the percentage sign, the answer is incorrect. The correct way is to just write the number 35. Okay, tip number 2. If symbols are written as text, numerals should also be in text form. If symbols are written as symbols, numerals should be in digit. Example, if the question says price with a symbol sign of dollar, you must not write it in a text form. If the audio says $2, you must write it as 2 in the numeral form. Now, example 2. If the question says percent written in text form and the audio says, let's say 30% of the students were absent, you must not write it in the numeral form. You must write it in its text form, which is THIRTY, obviously. So this is tip number 3. So this is tip number 3, and I find it quite interesting. Titles for a person should not have a period if there is no name after the title. Example, the titles like Doctor, Miss, Mrs, and Mr. Example, let's say if the question is title with a dash and the audio says, for example, how may I address you? And example, the lady says, you can address me as Doctor. So you must not write DR with a period. You must just write DR. I know we are used to writing Doctor as DR period, but no, you just must write DR. Example number 2 is the same thing as well. Now example 2. Let's say if the audio says the title is Mr. Again, you must not write it as MR period. You must write it as MR without the period. However, if the audio says that you must contact Mrs. Sandra, you must put MRS period Sandra. So just remember, the period only comes in if there is a name that comes after that. Okay? Now let's look at tip number 4. Please familiarize yourselves with words which are spelled with a space, a hyphen, or words that are spelled together. Some of the more common words which are spelled together are healthcare, handouts, campsite, and post box. Healthcare in the US is spelled separately with a space in between, but the UK spelling is that it is spelled together. Some of the examples of words which are spelled with a hyphen in between are directions and numbers. Directions like northwest, southeast and northeast would have a hyphen in between, and numbers like 25 and 36 would have hyphen in between as well. So it is very important for you to familiarize yourselves with the correct spelling of words. So if you were to check out the link that I've provided you above, I have already made a video on how to improve your spelling. So make sure you check that out. Okay?